Welcome in. See, I told you it goes quick. It goes quick. What's up, everybody? Welcome in, guys. Everybody good here? We got Ditto, E and B chilling out.
Everybody.
Ditto's drinking his soup. All right, let's say hi to everybody. We got a full room. We got a full room already. Tim Whalen, which is Shadow, first in the room. Just let you guys know.
Tim Whalen's Killer Whale.
Hi, Killer. He's saying hi to Shadow.
Oh, I got you. Okay, Shadow was in the room though early,
What's up, Shadow?
and saying that you might not be able to make it. So Daniel, Pandemonia is here. Thanks for last night, Pandemonia. That was awesome. Rhonda. Let's see who else.
What's up, bro?
There's Dan.
Gonga. What's up,
Merch?
What's up, Dan?
Merch is here. What's up, Merch? What's going on? Let's see. Christina Payne. She is in every one of my shows. Thank you, Christina. Thank you for helping out. I appreciate you. Tammy Boo Irwin's in the house. She'll be helping us out tonight as well. Who else we got?
There's
Tammy's the best.
Cardi.
Gonga's in the house. Drinking
What's up,
soup.
Cardi? What's up, Yellow?
Jose, let's see.
He's broth.
Shep's in the house. Cardi's here, guys. Say hi to Cardi.
What's up, Cardi? Let's go.
Daniel Logan. Red. You guys heard of this guy named Red Guardian?
Red
Guardian.
I know Red Guardian.
We know Red Guardian.
He's like, yo, let's get a slice.
You know, he's in the old shirt with the sleeves cut off, packing boxes or
Let's
something.
go drive for 3 hours and get some coffee.
Hey.
So we got a great show for you guys tonight. The room is full. I am super excited about that. I'm loving that. We got a great show tonight. Guys, what's going on with you guys today? It's a Wednesday, it's hump day. What's going on with you guys?
I mean, you just said it. It's Wednesday and it's hump day. What more do you need in life?
Well, what's up with you though?
We've got one of the coolest guests around on later. I mean, I personally had work, but I got into those Yankees 4s, baby. I can tell you that much.
Us too.
EB, do you guys grab some?
Oh yeah.
We got a few cases. I'm excited.
Yep. You had to pick up on those.
And luckily, I remember when they had the Crankies when they came out. We had to wait forever. They didn't ship immediately. Apparently they shipped immediately. So
they've already.
I was just going to ask, do we have any kind of idea on like in our hands timeline?
They didn't say. So I think they're ready to ship though, because the pre-owners, like the retailers, already had some, opening them up, and I know a couple of people did some video reviews. So,
yeah.
How many people in the chat wound up getting in on any cases of the Janky Series 4, guys? Let us know. Also, how many people were confused on that buy 3 get 1 free and how to do it? I was.
Only Tim.
Just me. Perfect.
Yeah, I was too. I bought 4 cases because I didn't know how it was going to work. So now I guess technically I have 5 now.
Hold on,
yes,
what?
You
really?
do.
Yeah.
You do.
They gave me a free.
Oh, well then I was confused on it too.
Because they
So
said
I did it the other way. I ordered 2 sets of 3, so I got a 4th box free twice. So I have 2 free boxes, and then I got all the free goodies twice. So
wow, that's smart.
Because Rock was smart because he literally, I talked to him on the phone, and he told me that. And I'm like, wait, you had to order separately to get and he's like, I think so. So I wound up buying just like all of them in one lump sum. So truth be told, I bought 6 to get 2 free. But I had to fight a little bit behind the scenes with Super Plastic after the fact because they said, no, you only get the 1 free case. It's per order. And I said, whoa. There's no difference in shipping. I'm paying the same amount of shipping as if Rock ordered 2 separate ones.
Yeah.
And there's no volume discount. So what's the difference? My money's just as good as if a person came in and did 2 separate orders. So they capitulated, and I wound up getting two of the 2 free cases. But
Red had no idea.
Shipping was rough too.
Red had no idea.
Their shipping is high.
$59 to send my 4 cases of Jankies, and they're not very heavy. So.
So who's excited about that gold B girl? Let's go.
Yeah.
I love the fact that its name is B Girl. Just saying.
Well, we're gonna get you a bucket hat. So now for future,
Yes.
It's got to be.
Hey,
flux.
we have a bucket hat from Modelo from the Museum of Graffiti. We did
Oh,
like
yeah,
we
we
got a Modelo. I'm wearing the bucket hat. The first time we ripped that case, I'm wearing it.
So
All right.
we have a great guest tonight. He is backstage chilling, ready for us, hanging out, ready for us. So Ditto, I'm gonna let you take over from here.
Are we ready? Are we ready for the RWK already?
I don't know if the chat's ready. I know we are ready. We've been ready for a couple, for a few days, but I don't know.
I have no problem bringing him in early, but chat, you got to get pumped up here. Let's see some fire emojis. Let's see some love emojis. Let's see some art emojis. Get them up. Let's go. Definitely, guys, hit that like button. We're going to be going every other Wednesday. This is going to be awesome. We got some great stuff planned. So this is going to be amazing. So hit that subscribe button, hit that follow, share the video out, let everybody know that we're going to just change the way people look at art and collectibles. It's going to be awesome. It's great. We got some great stuff in before we bring RWK on. We got some great stuff in the coming weeks coming up. We can tell you that World Jonathan is going to be our next guest, and that's June 7th.
Yeah.
And in the coming weeks, we are going to bring on artists of every walk of life, comic book artists, street artists, you name it, creatives. We're going to be bringing on people that own galleries. We're going to be bringing on people that, like Jonathan from World and some of the other boutique shops. We're going to bring on just pretty much anything that has to do with designer toys, art, the love of art, and awesomeness, right, Ian B? I mean, what else? What else is there? Come on.
Man, that's it.
Yeah,
that's
I'm excited.
It's gonna be a wild ride. I'm so pumped. I'm ready. And this one, I've been counting this down. As soon as we found out that he was gonna be live with us, I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's a pretty top. We're gonna set the bar high.
Yeah,
I mean, robots will kill, baby. Let's go. I came prepared today. So is our guest ready, Rock? I
think Chris is hanging out. He's giving me the thumbs up, so we're ready for him.
Let's go, guys. We're honored tonight to have a legend, a true renowned New York-based artist. You've probably seen his murals all over the streets of New York. I know Ian B did when they were at New York Comic Con. Mm-hmm. You've probably seen his painting and gallery shows all throughout the country. And likely you've probably seen those amazing stickers he makes in some familiar nook around the entire planet, because they're everywhere. The robots will kill. Without further ado, let's bring on an absolute legend. We're so thrilled to have him, ChrisRWK. Let's go. There he is.
Yay.
What's up, Chris?
What's up, everybody? How you guys doing?
What's going on, Chris?
We're better now. We're ready.
I appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you.
We're honored to have you, actually. So.
Thrilled, absolutely thrilled. And Chris, I mean, a lot of people know the name ChrisRWK, but I don't know that a lot of people know maybe your backstory. So how did this all begin? Talk to us a little bit about the journey of where you started to where you're at now.
So just like, I went to, I guess I'll just start with college on, went to FIT, got my associates from there. Then I went and got my bachelor, my BFA from Hunter. All that time I was still doing graffiti and stuff like that. I started doing graffiti when I was about 11 years old, because my brother was into it and all his friends. So when I went to college, I had no clue what I was going to do. I just basically figured go to school for art and then just kind of like wing it from there,
Yeah.
And but luckily I wound up having a lot of really good professors. And after graduating from college, I tried bringing like my slides and all my stuff around to the different galleries. And back then, like this is around like 2001, graffiti and street art wasn't cool. Like the galleries weren't showing it. It's kind of, it's that heyday in the 80s was over. That little bit of stint in the 90s was done with. So, it was difficult to even just get galleries to look at slides or anything. And when I would go to the galleries, the first thing they would ask me is what my age was. They're like, how old are you? And I was like, I don't think that really matters. I was like, I think the artwork is what matters. and they wouldn't even look at the slides. You know, they would just kind of just tell me to come back when I was older.
Wow.
So yeah, so a friend of mine, Kevin, he was really good with websites, and this was like when the websites were kind of still in their infancy, you know, and like only like artists paying like top dollar were getting websites made and stuff like that. You had to know HTML, you know, it was the beginning, you know. So I said to him, you know, like what was going on, and he said to me, he's like, well, you know, why don't we build you a website and then you can kind of push that around to people. And I said, you know, personally, you know, I think that's a cool idea. I said, but you know, if we're going to do this, why don't we create, you know, something that other artists could get seen and get their work out there and kind of, you know, promote them too. Because I felt so, you know, jaded being turned down by these galleries. So like, I kind of almost had to like stick it to them, you know, and like create something. So so we created the website, you know, RobotsWillKill.com. You know, and we housed thousands upon thousands of photographs from just graffiti, street art. It wasn't street art at the time, you know, because that term didn't come into effect till later on. But stickers, stencils, all stuff that was just getting overlooked by like the mainstream media and the mainstream like art scene. You know, and then it just kind of just kept, you know, evolving from there, like, you know, doing all the murals and doing all the stickers. And the stickers really were like a way to get the name out there, like that was super cheap, but it was like fun. And it was just it was easy to mail stickers to people and just get them out there, you know. Yeah.
Speaking of which,
that's a collab with Clay Universe.
And when we're talking about stickers, Chris, I gotta say I love this sticker right above my head there, with the glitterish top with the clown nose kind of thing.
I need one. I'm jealous.
Clown, just amazing.
This is one of my favorite stickers. It makes E cringe every time I show it. Little backstory there, Chris.
He loves.
Fine, you know, I have one of these.
Oh, all right. We're gonna start flexing now. All right. Anyway, Chris.
Wait. But you guys have one of these though.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
We'll get to that later, Rock. Come on now.
You're flexing. I gotta flex.
I know. Jeez. So, no, but we're both Batman fans, so every once in a while I gotta kind of rub that in E's face. We're all good friends here, though.
So it doesn't sound like it's changed much, Chris. It's still stickers. They like artists love to do stickers. They love to give them out. They love to throw them up everywhere. It seems like.
Yeah. I mean, stickers are always just gonna be fun. There's no other word for it. You know, it's back in the day, getting stickers made was near impossible. You couldn't afford to get stickers made. Nowadays, there's just so many outlets for it. You know, so it's just gotten so much cheaper, production wise. You know, just and even like you know, peers have companies that run stickers now. You know, it's not even just like you having to go to like the big name sticker guy to get stickers made anymore, which is cool.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's take it back a step, though, because you said it kind of talked about the street art, the graffiti. I've read some articles that you were inspired kind of by maybe your brother early in the early days. So talk a little bit about that, too.
Yeah. So like when I guess I was around 11. He's 5 years older than me, so he's about 16. Him and his friends really started getting into graffiti, and they kind of covered Staten Island with graph. I mean, like they were kind of like the best crew that was out there.
Cool.
And you know, I was still young, so I was kind of just going around photographing stuff, and I didn't kind of have my chops up yet to kind of like, you know, do stuff on walls. So I started painting walls when I was about 13. I started to go into like abandoned buildings and abandoned spots, different places just to practice and kind of just get, you know, just get the chops up, you know, just get to be able to do something and feel like proud of it.
That's awesome. Well, one thing that you said that really struck me is, and it kind of links back to like the whole creatives thing, is you talked about how when you were getting the website going that you wanted to like feature you know, other artists. And I feel like, you know, with the creatives, that seems like that's a big focus of the project. So I think it's kind of neat that you're, you know, one of the original series 1 and 2 artists in that, because you really are kind of the meat that's what that stands for, right?
Yeah, I was super honored to be, in both series 1 and 2. I mean, Red's a really good guy, and you know, just to be along the lineup of other artists that were in there was just an honor. And it was great to see, established artists and, artists beginning out, like even in series 2, like my son's in series 2, but he got in on his own without Red even knowing that he was my son, which was cool.
That's
That is
awesome.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
That's the
I remember I was at NYCC and I was actually at one of the booths getting the CanBot of yours, the exclusive CanBot signed. And I remember you telling me that, and I was just like mind blown. I was like, what? Because at that point, I don't think series 2 had, dropped yet. So we got really excited after that to, get to see.
it's crazy.
So.
Angel wants
Yeah,
in the house.
Angel.
Hey, Angel, what's
What's up,
going
Angel?
on?
What's up,
So-
Angel?
I think a lot of us know you for the robot. Robots will kill. So, there's a burning question I've wanted to know for a long time. Does that robot have a name?
Yeah, I mean, he does technically.
Okay.
Typically, and I don't put the name out there only because
It's Chris. His name's Chris.
I mean, he does mimic a lot of my actions, but so his name is Poboy, Poboy, which is stands for Prosthetic Organic Bot of Youth.
Okay.
Wow.
That's a trivia question coming up, guys.
That's
Yeah,
it,
there you
right.
go.
Write that
There you
down.
go.
Write
So
that down.
the reason why I don't really kind of put it out there as much is because with doing more like fine art painting and stuff like that, once you kind of tie, a character name to, your character, it becomes a little bit more cartoonish rather than fine art.
Yes.
So it's like this kind of like thin line that you kind of just like kind of ride,
Yeah, I get that.
Well, I guess I crushed my line. I named every figure I have.
Well, it's a difference, there's a difference, like when you're in like the designer toy world, the characters having names make sense.
Yeah.
When you're trying to kind of stick to like fine art and galleries, and they have a name, it's really weird, but the collectors kind of, I don't want to say look down on it, but they don't get it as much as like a comic book fan or somebody who grew up with cartoons and grew up with these characters having names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like your art, appeals to fine art gallery goers and like our 10-year-old daughter who thinks that your robot is super cool. And so I think that's one of the neat things about your art is it's kind of universal.
Speaking of,
I appreciate that.
We were actually in New York visiting the memorial, 9/11 memorial, and we just so happened to stumble upon the art that she did that's right next door to it. And, we posted on our Instagram the pictures of our daughter, and she loved it was just really cool to we met Red Guardian that same weekend, and then we stumbled upon that.
And and our daughter Maya, she had to take a picture in front of every single post with the robot. So like we were like, okay, Maya, we gotta go. And she's like, no, I need to take this one. And then she wants to do multiple poses. So she loved it. So thank you for the opportunity to see it in the wild. That was so cool.
That's awesome. It's funny. It's like over the years, I have a lot of parents who talk about how they get their kids into collecting art by collecting my work or seeing it on the street and introducing their kids into it. I've had multiple times at like shows where parents are there with their kids and their kids are buying their first piece of artwork. And it's one of my pieces, which is like crazy. It's really crazy, and I love to like know that it helps kind of the connection and the bond with the family. It means a lot.
And your piece that you just did is getting just a ton of like looks and shares and love and just amazing.
Yeah, that was a fun one. Yeah, so that's down on 2nd Avenue and Houston. That's a wall that City Kitty he curates, and he had me painted for the month of May. So what I wanted to do with that wall is I wanted to kind of you're coming up out of the subway stairs right there. So when you're coming out of the subway stairs, it's dark and dingy. So I wanted this like bright, welcoming skyline, New York, I love New York still, feeling. So as you come up, you're not just kind of like going from, dark and gray to dark and gray. You're kind of walking out into this,
Yeah.
skyline.
It's weird too, because like it's such a beautiful piece, but you said it's only for the month of May. So
Yeah.
does it hurt a little bit when they take that down in June? I mean, come on, that's so great. Why wouldn't I want that to live there forever personally? That's me,
But I appreciate that. And the thing with street art, and graffiti and stuff like that, it's all temporary.
Yeah.
And as silly as it sounds, that experience of when you first stumble upon it, that'll never go away. But the wall will go away. The mural will go away, and it's just kind of part of it.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to actually do that piece?
So I paint pretty fast. It's just from muscle memory and just kind of the mentality of just kind of get everything done and move on. I personally like being able to get something done before people, stumble upon me painting it, because I love that idea of like, that wasn't there yesterday, it's here today. So that piece I started probably about 11 in the morning, and I finished I think about 6 o'clock in the afternoon. In the evening.
That same day. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I've painted the robot. The robot's literally, I've done the robot more times than my own name, so it's just second nature.
Well, I saw you painted the umbrella too. I like that.
Yeah. Thank you.
What's the biggest mural you've done? That off the top of the head?
In Brooklyn, I did a mural that was about half a block long. I don't know. I don't remember the dimensions on it, but it was about. I know it was about 2 stories tall, but the lengthwise, it was. Yeah, it was a long one. That was a fun one.
Wow.
I can't believe you did that in one day.
I know, that's crazy.
I did all the World Trade Center pieces all in one day too.
Really?
And that actually. So when I agreed to do it, they only said there was, I think, 4 pillars, but they didn't mention the sides. They only mentioned the fronts and backs. So I get there, and literally there was, I think, 7 pillars, 6 or 7 pillars, and then I had to do the sides and the fronts and back. So I just kind of, put my head down and just keep moving.
Yeah, and I saw that you made little mini versions of it as well that you had on your website.
Yeah, with the guys out in Italy, I don't know how to say the name, but it's MAFM. They do miniatures. Those were great. I mean, we released a few of each pillar. Well, not all of the pillars yet. We've released a few of each. I think it's 4 pillars so far, and they sold out in
instantly.
minutes.
They were gone.
We missed them.
Yeah.
But if anybody, while I'm here, if anybody is interested, they can reach out to them, and they will take pre-orders.
Okay.
We'll be all pre-ordering here.
Yeah. A little heads up, Chris. Thank you.
He'll sell up on the pre-orders.
Yeah. Chat, you gotta hear that, chat.
So painting a street mural versus some of like the canvases and art you do for gallery shows, obviously a much different experience, right? Do you prefer one to the other? I mean, what's your kind of preferred, setting for creating your art?
Yeah, it's a tricky one. I mean, they both are going to go hand in hand.
Yeah.
A mural is not going to be anything like my canvas work, because personally, I don't feel. I don't look down upon it or think it's bad, but for me personally, I can't recreate what I do on the street on a canvas, because I kind of think it's pointless for a few reasons. One, the canvas doesn't have the age of the wall that I painted on. The canvas, that's why I do all the layering and all that stuff, to try and help mimic the aging of a wall. So the walls, so street work, I feel like it's pretty much for everybody, you know, and anybody can view it and anybody can photograph it. With that said, why would somebody want to buy something that they could put on the wall that's going to mimic what they could have seen on the street for free? It doesn't make sense to me, you know, personally.
Yeah.
And also, you know, when you're creating a canvas, me personally, I have to take a lot more into consideration than painting a wall. You know, when you're painting a canvas, there is, you know, the layout, there is the, you know, the dimensions, the color theory, all that stuff has to really come into play. Like even when I'm doing all the layering, all that layering isn't just kind of like happenstance. You know, it's there for a reason, and it works for a reason. It's not just, you know, blocking something in. So like when I do something on the street, it's definitely different. You know, it's like it's fun, and I still love it. But back to the question, I'll be honest. If I had my as my father would say, if I had my druthers, I would I wouldn't mind sitting for a few hours just doing stickers, just hand drawn stickers.
Nice.
On,
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So when you're painting the murals, do you? I mean, you're pretty well known. Do a lot of people kind of come up to you and try to talk to you, or do you just pop like earphones on and just kind of rule out the world at that point?
I love when people do stop by. You know, it is great to meet people and talk to people. A lot of people don't stop because they don't want to bother me, which I get, which is cool. But you know, if you see me, come say hi. Like
I'm gonna say hi, Chris. I will bug you if I see you.
Yeah, absolutely. You come on by.
Rock will be rattling the ladder.
I will rattle your cage.
I'll put a can in your hand and you can help out.
There you go.
Just remember, robots will kill.
There you go.
They will.
So I mean, so people do stop by, and it's kind of funny. Like for like that wall that you just showed, so many photos showed up without me knowing they were being taken. You know, because like I said, you know, when I just kind of just keep going and put my head down, I just keep going. If people don't stop me, then I don't know anybody's there. You know, I just get in a zone kind of thing.
All right. So, when you're sitting there doing stickers or maybe drawing a, you know, something that's going to go into a gallery show, do you listen to music while you paint, or is that not something you do?
So
what I'm getting at is I want to know your playlist, ChrisRWK. I want to know what you listen to.
So you don't want to. My playlist is all over the place. So personally, what I do a lot of times is when I'm painting canvas work, I usually put on like a show, like a TV show in the background. So I pay no attention to the imagery. I just hear it. So it's kind of like a radio show almost. But listening to music wise, I mean, you know, The Sick of It All is one of my favorite bands. So punk and hardcore is like kind of like the leading things I listen to.
Love it.
And then, you know, then it goes to Disney soundtracks. You know, I love soundtracks. I love yeah, it's I like the mixture, like, you know, of underground hip hop, jazz, really anything. Like I said, if you saw like my iTunes, you'd just be like,
Chris, you do realize though the next time I envision you painting the robot, I'm going to hear a whole new world. Like
100%. My favorite thing to listen to is years ago Disney brought out a thing called 4 Parks, 1 World.
Oh,
so it was all the music from the different rides. So if I'm really kind of just in a bad mood and I just want to like kind of focus on, like, not focus, but just kind of focus on painting and get my brain out of the, you know, the bad place.
Yeah.
I'll put something like that on just because it's kind of mindless, you know?
Yeah.
I like it.
But it's also fun, you know? It's like, it's not, because that's the other thing is I can't listen to certain music. Like I love punk and hardcore, but I could never listen to it in the morning because it's just too much for me in the morning now at my ripe old age.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it's all over the place.
So maybe a Disney and ChrisRWK collab coming soon, huh?
I would love that. I would,
like a Wally and robot vibe.
Oh, B's thinking of her personal collection right now. Yeah,
Wally's my favorite.
That's one of the best movies ever. I mean, that movie creates such emotion without any dialogue.
Yeah.
That movie and the beginning of Up is like two of the best examples of not needing words. It's crazy.
Agreed.
By the way, we do encourage the chat, guys. I know this is a fascinating conversation, and RWK is a legend, but we do encourage questions from you guys. This is every bit as much as your platform as it is the artists and ours. So if you have questions, Rock will pop them up, and we can have Chris kind of. And there's one. Chris, what do you think about that one?
I mean, a hot dog is kind of its own thing.
Thank you.
It's not a sandwich. It's not a burger. It's its own thing.
Thank you. Everybody have a good night. We'll see you guys next time.
I know where these guys are going to go because I'm from Chicago. So they're going to torment me. I need to know from you. This is the burning question of the entire stream. If nothing else comes out of this stream, Chris, it's this question right here.
Yeah.
Ketchup on a hot dog, yes or no?
All right. So I'm pescatarian. I was vegan before that, so I haven't had a real hot dog in 30 years. So,
you're off the hook. You're off the hook.
No, but I, like, I'll be honest with you. No ketchup. No.
Dang it!
I knew I loved you, ChrisRWK.
Because
he hasn't had a hot dog in 30
so
years.
Vindicated.
I grew up with like my dad. My dad worked in Brooklyn, so we used to always go to Nathan's.
Yeah.
We never put ketchup on a hot dog. Like just kind of sacrilege. And like hamburgers, you don't put mustard on. Like that was like the thing.
Oh yeah, no mustard. No
That's
mustard.
perfect.
Oh, we like mustard on hamburgers here in Texas.
That's just weird. That's just weird.
We will ask the tough questions.
Yeah, exactly. You're welcome to DT4, where we ask if you like ketchup on your hot dogs. I think Chris is like, what did I get into? So let's spin back to the creatives, because B brought up the creatives a little bit ago, and obviously that's something that's near and dear to all of our hearts, and certainly a lot of the people that are in this chat today. We're affiliates. We happen to be affiliates, all of us, of the creatives. We are also collectors from Series 1. I believe we do a Flex Your Foil Fridays, and Chris, you liked it because I flexed you for my Series 1 foil. And then the other day, the Series 2 1-of-1 was pulled, and look at this beauty. Giseki Collectibles was lucky enough to get this bad boy. What did you think when you saw this? Did you know you even had a 1-of-1?
Oh, wait, before Chris answers that.
Okay.
I was on this stream when we pulled this card, the second stream, right? Chris came on the stream after we pulled this card. Like, it was so
because
crazy.
Red was with him, right?
Red was with him. Yeah. Red was with Chris, and Red's like, get me on your stream now. Just bring me in. I have a guest I want to show this card to, and it was Chris.
Well, that's serendipity right there, baby.
It was crazy. So just to answer some things in the chat that I saw real quick. Jose, I know a guy too. Superman, I have more stuff with Superman in the background of the paintings rather than doing a Superman version of the robot. Just because I haven't really kind of envisioned him being, I get the Man of Steel and stuff like that, but I just can't. There's certain things that, I'm working on something, because my Batman really was the main thing because of my uncle, but that's a whole nother story. So I had no clue about the 1-of-1, I'll be honest. So my son was like, in the beginning when they first came out, he was like, somebody pulled my 1-of-1, and I was like, oh wow, that's awesome. Wait a minute, do I have a 1-of-1? Like I didn't know.
Yeah.
So
what?
So yeah, so like here we are, like Red is talking about how like there's no cases left and they're sold out and everything like that. So I'm just like, oh, okay, I guess there wasn't a 1-of-1. And then he's at my house. He was picking up. He was dropping off stuff to me, but I was also giving him some stickers and stuff like that. Oh no, I was giving him the golden ticket prize. That's why he was hit the house. So he came by the house.
Yeah.
So he came by the house, and we were talking for a while, and I was like, oh, let me run inside, get you some stickers also. So I ran in the house, and I came out, and he's like, yo, do you mind going live right now? And I was like, just let me put a mask on, not a problem. So all of a sudden he brings up the feed, and sure enough, there was the 1-of-1. And I was just like dumbfounded. I was like, oh, wow, it's it's beautiful. You know, like that
So pretty.
that prism style is just
Gorgeous.
incredible.
It
Yeah.
is. That card alone is beautiful. Not even the 101, just that card.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were all trying
Thank
to
you.
pull it. We were all
So
trying.
you knew you
Thank
had the
you.
golden ticket, which Rock's about to flex in 3, 2, 1 here, but you didn't know you even had that 101 until you saw it live that night, huh? That's insane.
So,
yeah, you know, it was definitely a nice surprise. Definitely.
Yeah, and I guess Red said, and he'll correct me if I'm wrong 100%, but I think he said that the artist didn't know about 101s, any of them, until it was like a surprise from Red. So I think that's pretty cool.
So cool.
Definitely.
Very cool.
Definitely. And like it was so crazy because I had gone to how do you say the name? The
Giseki.
Giseki.
Giseki, yeah.
So I seen on like their post about how like people were giving them, you know, crap about pulling the card and stuff like that. I was like, that's makes no sense to me. You know, it kind of goes against like the whole creatives kind of mindset.
It's
Oh, yeah, for sure.
people get jealous. It's ugly. It's ugly. But
Yeah.
hey, you
The
know what?
Creatives is
Shrug it
about
off.
community. You
Yeah.
know, it's about community of
Mhm.
artists and collectors coming together. It's a really beautiful project to be able to create this art that collectors, you know, that may not be able to afford, you know, these thousands of dollar paintings on the wall, nor
Right.
can they display all of their
Mhm.
favorite artists, and then they can have it in a binder, you know, something that would be
Yeah,
accessible for everybody.
And from what I understand is, you know, Red was saying that now that Beckett's involved, these one of ones are worth
Amazing.
a lot of
Yeah.
money now too.
Yeah, they can be, for sure.
So before we move on, if we are moving on, but I know the creatives is a big thing to all of us. Is your 3 cards that you that you submitted, would that like take you a while to figure out which ones you wanted to do, or was it like, oh, I got them ready, here we go?
No, it was just something laying around the house. That was it. No, so
No big deal. It's just,
so I knew once Red told me I was, you know, gonna be in the second one. I definitely wanted to do the Pinocchio card because that has just been, you know, an image that I did years and years ago that everybody loved, but you know, like you were saying before, not everybody could buy the painting, so I wanted to make the version for the, you know, the cards. The multiple robots, I mean, that's just something that everybody kind of asks me for all the time.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's always just a fun one to do. And then the stencil card, you know,
That's epic, by the way.
That
Let
is-
me just tell you, that is the best
Very-
idea.
Very
That is-
dope
Thank
idea.
you.
That is
Yeah.
going viral right now. People are actually getting the guts to cut it up now. Thanks to Gonga.
Well,
I think Gonga was the
finally.
first one. to
so
cut
it was crazy because so in, I think it was in series 1, I had asked Red if they were able to do certain things, and he was going to talk to them, but since it was the first series, he wasn't too sure. So in the second one, I was like, can we just see if they could do like a stencil card where they'll do the perforations and be able to, you know, people will be able to just pop them out. Unfortunately, the factory couldn't do it, so I just designed it so, you know, step-by-step directions for somebody to be able to do it on their own. And you know, and Ganga, you know, like out in Decon, he just showed up and he just cut it the night before,
Yeah.
crazy.
and because he pulled it, I think on the Friday, comes on the Saturday, you know, and had sprayed a couple, and it was just so cool to see somebody
did.
actually doing it, you know, and actually getting involved and you know, following directions and becoming part of the artwork, you know, not just kind of, you know, appreciating it, but becoming part of it. And
Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
No, I was just thinking on the way I was dropping my daughter off at school this morning. I was just like randomly thinking about things, and I was thinking it's almost like you created your own collab card in a sense, because everybody can use that card to create whatever art with your main character, but then they can put whatever spin on it they want. So it's almost like you're pulling not only a collab card, but your card as well when you pull that card. So I think that's really cool.
Bree, I
I
think
appreciate it.
you should do Maya's room full of those. Get those cards, cut them out, and just spray her room.
I
Yeah.
love
What
it.
you could do too is you could actually scan it, blow it up, and print it
Yeah.
and cut out a larger version of it. too.
Yes.
That'd be really cool.
And see, this is done by
Wow.
another streamer who doesn't really do art very often, but you know, he did like 5 of these, you know, and he had a really fun time doing them. It's just,
See, that like means the world to me, because I mean, back in like 2001 when we did launch the website and we were selling we were selling T-shirts and selling stickers and all this stuff, I would have stencils that I would make or get made, and I would throw them in with the orders so people could, apply them wherever they wanted to, whether it was, in front of their house on the pole, or if it was on a shirt, whatever they wanted to do, that was up to them. So
that's cool. That's cool.
So here is the site we're talking about, by the way, and that little beautiful piece right there to the brim
looks way better on the website than it does on.
Hey, listen, pal, listen. I'm a big. By the way, I buy a lot of your merch. Just so you know, Chris, I'm a big fan.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that. It's funny because that sweatshirt almost didn't happen. So a friend of mine, Tony, he was like, I need something for the summer. I was like, all right. So I was just mocking it up, and I got a sample made, and he loved it. And I just posted it like in the stories, just kind of the amount of messages I got asking me when it was going to be available. I was like, well, I guess I got to make this available, and which was great to see,
The moment I saw it, I think I got one of your newsletters or something, and the moment I saw it, I instantly was like, drop what I'm doing. I think I dropped a glass of or bowl of cereal or something and just went and bought that thing immediately. I'm like, I'll clean up the Fruit Loops later. But yeah, no, it's great. I love it. I'm wearing it right now, obviously.
I appreciate it.
You said somebody needed that for summer, which is crazy to me because we live in Texas. And
I could never wear it here.
Well, it's because being down at the beach, and once the sun goes down in New York and New Jersey, it is not for me, but for other people. Like my wife gets cold, and other people.
That
me.
Amazing. I want to be cold in the summer. Oh.
So somebody in the chat said that they not only like your art, but they like some of your little, sayings that kind of go along with the art. Where does that come from? Where's the inspiration for some of those?
Fortune cookies, all fortune cookies.
Perfect.
It's all stuff that kind of just runs through my head. I'll be commuting, because I commute back and forth to work. And I kind of just sit on the ferry or the train and stuff like that. So my brain just kind of goes and goes. So I just write down, all these little things that pop in my head, and then, put them on the signs. I've been doing the robot with signs for 20 years. So, it's just kind of second nature.
Yeah.
Well,
Red has great things to say about you, Chris. So
yeah.
Thanks,
Red's gushing as he should.
He's a good dude.
He is a good dude. We love Red. So we have a lot of one of the things that creatives has kind of done is it's inspired and woken up creativity in a lot of us. Rock and Row, even before the creatives, was just kind of starting to get into kind of his minis, and he's about to launch series 2 of his minis. But I think he's even admitted like it's really inspired him to kind of get those creative juices flowing. Our very own B right here. She has blossomed into, an incredible artist. In fact, I'm going to show off.
100%. She's killing it right now.
Yeah.
Don't show off my work to him.
This is one of her first DIY cards I'm proud to own. And and all of us in our own way have, a lot of the people in the chat, it's really inspired us to kind of all get creative, which is the meaning and, kind of the whole idea behind it. So with some of these artists that are kind of starting to get into this, what kind of advice might you give them? What inspiration would you give some of those artists?
Do what you want to do because you want to do it. Don't follow trends. Don't see what's, hot and cool, because that stuff just burns out. When you're not genuine, it shows. Listen to other people, but don't blindly follow them. Listen to advice, but don't let their feelings of their advice kind of just stomp on what you feel. Take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a handful of salt.
Yeah.
And just do whatever you could do. You know, just like, you know, like one of my mantras, you know, and my dad used to always say is, you know, I'll be dead a long time. And, you know, after he passed, that saying really just became like my thing that I just go with, because you're only here for a certain amount of time. Do whatever you can while you can, and that's it. You know, because one day you're not going to be able to do it. So just do it now. Just get it moving.
Exactly. I
Red
love
Guardian had to throw in a little dig. He said, "Great advice. I won't listen to you."
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Red.
that.
No, that is honestly amazing advice, because every day you wake up and you have breath in your lungs and you're 6 feet above the ground, or 5'2" above the ground, whatever it might be, is a great day.
Yeah. I always say, you know, grass under my feet before above my head. So, you know.
And I just love that it really did spark me going again. Like I took some time off and I didn't want anything to do with being creative, and it actually just brought me back to like, hey, I got to get going again. This is awesome, man. And it definitely it has. And the beautiful thing I like about the cards and the creatives, the whole process and the program, the project, is that you guys, the artists, the people that are already in the card set, everybody so far has been so amazing. So you can hit the DMs and they're going to DM you back. They're going to give you advice. They're just going to be your friend. Like they're going to help you with anything you need help with. If you have a question about putting something on a foil card, what paint do you use? Or they're just very helpful. You guys are just all amazing so far. Like besides Red Guardian, everybody's been super nice so far.
I was going to say, you know, nobody knows, but Red actually paid all of us to be nice.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's one of the prerequisites of the job.
Yep.
And
it's part of the NDA.
But honestly, like me personally, and I know these three right here would say the same thing. Red has totally inspired me as a friend. Besides the cards and all that stuff, Red as a person has just given us all so much advice, so much, I don't know, just someone to talk to about what we're doing, you know?
Yeah.
And I really appreciate it, Red. And I think we all think the same.
Yeah.
But the project's just opened up so many doors and just got everybody together, and it's just amazing.
Definitely
Amazing.
So
yeah, I'm looking forward to making up my fake name so I can get in series 3. So
there you go.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
Hey, maybe you can use the spin boy on the po' boy thing. You can.
There you
yeah,
go.
exactly.
Chris,
Yeah.
you can use rock and roll, no problem. I won't even charge. Just use it.
Rock and roll will kill.
who's this ChrisRWK character?
Yeah, exactly.
Seems pretty cool. So what do you got coming up, Chris? What's on the horizon for you in the next, for the remainder of the year? Because I'm sure you're booked out far in advance in a lot of things.
So this year I kind of took it a little bit easy, because last year I did 9 solo shows, just had a ton of stuff going on. So this year I slowed it down. I'm doing a lot of group shows. I have a couple of solo shows coming up. I have a solo show in August with Strange Cat Toys down in Tampa, which I'm looking forward to, because I'm going to do a lot of custom painted toys for that, which I don't do too often. So those are always kind of fun. And then, the 15-inch tall robot with UVD toys. The pre-order for the gray one, went really well. So those are going to be in soon. I have a couple of other little projects. A lot of the stuff I've been focused on was, the merch and stuff like that, because I hadn't done shirts and hoodies in a long time. So when I, did them this year, people just kind of went nuts for them, which was pretty awesome.
We need like a 3-inch figure, 3 or 4-inch figure. Like just pop them out. Let's get them.
So there is a smaller figure.
Show off.
One of my favorites.
I appreciate it. I was so excited to see the response to those, because
Love it.
I wasn't sure. It's like it's not the robot, so like I wasn't sure how it was going to do. But I mean, when me and Strange Cat, we released the first colorway, the Adam West, 1966, and those sold out.
Yep.
I was like, that was awesome. And then we did After that, we did the Michael Keaton, the 1989, and then we did the 1988, which was the Killing Joke, and then the last one we did was the animated series. And and all of them sold out, and I was just kind of like, I was honored and just humbled, but it was nice to know that it wasn't just a robot that people wanted, which was nice.
Yeah. Truth be told, a close friend of ours, BD collects, the doctor, as we call him. He was a decon last year, and I told him, anything that you see that's Batman related, show me. And to the degree you can, because I don't want to be that guy that's asking you to go around the con for me. But I did a little, truth be told, and he showed me that. I'm like, yes. So I was very, very excited to get that into my collection. It's one of my prized possessions. Honestly, I'm not just saying that.
And
I appreciate that.
My decon, my story was, I was there. I was at the booth, saw your figures. I had the VIP pass. We were there that night before everybody else got in. I could have grabbed one, and I'll get one in a little bit. Let me go around, and the next day comes by, and they're all gone. I'm like, man, I'm kicking myself. So
yeah,
I missed
should
it.
be Rock.
Yeah,
I'll kick you too. Are you going to be at Decon this year, Chris? Do you know yet?
Not this year because it's too close to Christmas.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
everybody's saying that.
You're not alone. I was going to say there's a lot of people that.
How about an NYCC appearance? Might we see you there?
So I will be there. Actually, I'm going to have. I'm going to be in two different places. I'm going to be at the Harmon Project galleries. I'm going to be at their booth, and then I'm also going to be at Stormy Vault. We're going to be doing a exclusive colorway of the robot released there.
Oh, well, I will be there for sure. I'm going to come hunt you down.
I think
Come on by.
Stormy is where the Code Red Cambot came from, right?
That's
Wasn't it
that's
Stormy
what
Red? Or no?
That was I was doing signings with Stormy, but the Code Red was with My Plastic Heart.
Gotcha. Okay.
So are you out at 5 Points next month?
I will be. I'll be there. I'm going to be there with Strange Cat and UVD. I'll be doing some signings and some other stuff.
Okay.
There is another robot that's coming out that's a smaller version of the robot that's with Clutter. We announced it quite some time ago, but it's not. I don't know how to put it, but it's hopefully it'll be released soon.
Can we see a picture?
Baby.
That's all we want to see is a picture.
Yeah, just some exclusive behind the scene footage.
Unfortunately,
Is it when we thinking it's going to be out? When do we think?
Well, I can't say because the problem was it was supposed to be out already.
Okay. Fair.
So
Coming
it's just
soon,
one of
coming
those.
soon.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, we announced it. I think it might have even been last year, and it's just between freight and shipping and all these other things,
The nitty gritty, not fun part of the art scene, I'm sure.
Yeah, the things that just literally ruin everything. I mean, let me ask you guys a question, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So, you guys all collect vinyl and toys and resin.
Mm-mm.
No?
Yeah.
So,
disregard all that back there.
what are your feelings on the scene? Because for me, I mean, it's right now it's in a real bad lull. It's really kind of dead for a lot of artists.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate seeing it, and I hate to blame COVID for it, and the delays in the factories and all that crap. But what do you guys think about it?
Well, I can start, and then let's go around the room. I mean, personally, I got into designer toys a little bit. I was more of a Funko collector to start, and Lego and things like that. And I pivoted pretty quickly to designer toys just because I kind of like the exclusivity of some of these pieces. I like the art behind, there's an actual artist that's behind a lot of these pieces. And you can kind of fill a lot of different creative voids, with designer toys that you can't really with a Thor figure or something like that necessarily. Not that there's anything wrong with any of that, but I think, I got into it, and then you're right. It does seem like it's a little rough out there, but I think it might just be, a short, in my opinion, I feel like it's going to be a short, we're going through a little economic crunch. Maybe when people have a little bit more disposable income and stuff again, I think people will be right back at it.
But you got to realize that vinyl slump that happened before, you know, the stimulus checks was happening for years. You know, that vinyl slump literally went from, you know, everything and anything, and then literally like nobody was making anything that really made any kind of noise, and then all of a sudden, you know, everybody had the extra money, so everybody was buying up everything, so everybody's ordering all these new, you know, figures and stuff like that. But by the time everything got made, all the stimulus money's gone, and everybody isn't stuck in their house anymore. Now they're going out to dinner again, you know. So it's
not us.
Yeah.
I
We'll
think-
keep it at the industry going. The four of us right here.
I've been back and forth. I started out my channel 3 years ago with designer toy stuff, super plastic mainly, and then got into the Funko thing. I've really seen a downward spiral in Funko, you know, with the stuff they're producing and the stuff, you know, coming out, not getting here because of shipping. And I think they got so backlogged on making stuff that some stuff didn't get made, and people spent a ton of money and then nothing came out because of the pandemic and all that. But me personally, now I just want more stuff coming out. I want to see new stuff all the time. Like I'm all in. So the more stuff we can get, the better for me. Like we're excited because Janky Series 4 is coming out, like something new. We want to see something different out there. So
I can't speak for all collectors, but I do know that collectors that kind of by nature do like that exclusivity, the limited piece counts, the things like that. And I think that's one thing that, you know, especially designer toy has in spades, is that there are a lot of limited drops, which is kind of a neat thing to be able to have one of only 10 or 3 or 1 or whatever. Hence the golden tickets and the one of ones and things like that. They were kind of thrown into the Creative Series 2, which I think seemed to be appealing, not to everybody, because it's certainly about the art and the artists first and foremost, but there is some element of that that's fun.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we all love the DIY cards from you guys. Like getting that one of one from Angel or from Ganga. Like it's a one of one. They hand did it with their, you know, one piece. Like it's amazing. So
there's an Angel. He's in the room.
So I really like to me, it's all about the being limited and being able to still get it, still be able to obtain it. You know, I don't want 50,000 of something being made, you know, but you definitely see the cracks out there, see the difference.
Yeah, I mean, that's the difficult thing. I mean, and you know, with vinyl toys, I mean, you can't get, you know, 100 made even. You know, you have to get a couple hundred. And the problem is I think the collectors now, too, don't have the old school collector mentality of having to get every color of something.
Yeah.
They're okay with just getting one of it and just, oh, I have that in my collection. So that, I think, is kind of screwed a lot of stuff up, too.
Well, I can tell you that I feel like a lot of the older designer toys that I've found either on, you know, eBay or, you know, something, and I'm like, oh, those are really cool. And then I found out they were made in 2003 and I can't find them anymore. Yeah. So like E and I ran a case of, oh my gosh, these
Sharpest sprayers.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, because sorry, she was grabbing that.
I gotta show you. So we ran these. I don't know if you've ever seen these before. Yeah. And so like something like this that's cool. So different, because I feel like on the platform that we're on, that we open designer toys and sell designer toys, a lot of it is the same things over and over again. And people just get bored of it. You know, they want something different and something new. But the new ends up being the old, because that's all that, you know, you can find. Or like Dunnies, you know, Kid Robot used to make some really cool Dunnies. And I think that they've kind of transitioned. I feel like they've transitioned to more like a plush phase. They have a lot of plush now.
Yeah, and they only do licensed stuff now. I mean, it's kind of, you know, it's a weird. I think they're in such a weird place now, and unfortunately with Frank passing and stuff like that, I think it's weird. You know, it's going to be a weird time.
But I will say the interest is there, because know we do. You know, we're all in like a very unique position. We're able to see people come and go into the shows, and you know we'll have stuff in the background, and people were like, "Oh, what is that?" Yeah. And then they're like, "Where can I buy that at?" And people want, you know, to buy it, and it's the creatives is a really cool bridge. Yes. You know, in between these designer toys also, because
absolutely.
Yeah, because usually like somebody's like, "Oh, who's the artist on that?" And I'm like, actually, you know, Nicky Davis. This is his, you know, Megalobomb. It's really cool to be able to make that connection.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
And the thing that I saw, which was, again, I've always bring this back up because it affects me personally, is that these three people right here ran my mini series 1, that my resin figures that I did. I just made them because I like to do it. I wanted to do it. I wanted to try it. They went completely nuts. People just wanted something different. They wanted something different. They wanted something limited, and it went crazy. So to me, that says something where we need to keep it limited. We need to keep it fresh, and we need to keep producing it here in the States and see how much we can get done here. I know it's tough. It's tough.
It's tough on so many levels, especially, I mean, resin is such a finicky beast. I mean, it's, when we did when me, Chris Dokeby, and Strange Cat did the Best Friends toy, the Calvin and Hobbes toy, we sat there fixing so many of them because shipping, they just all break because resin really is just, it's beautiful, but it's so finicky.
It is. But I think
and to answer Red's question, yes, I will do a DIY card.
Red wants to just stop and do a DIY.
Hey, Chris, can you put that spray can down real quick and just make me a DIY?
I have. I've been painting, and people come by and have me do them. I love doing it, so it's cool with me.
That is awesome.
Do you have an artist that's been like, I know you've done a ton of collabs with a ton of different artists. Has there been one that's really stuck out in your mind that was like a really fun collab of,
Red, cover your ears, Red.
Yeah.
No, me and Red are going to be doing a collab soon. So I hate to say it because I don't want to pick favorites or any of that stuff. But I love. There's some people that I can collaborate with over and over again, and it just feels new every single time. City Kitty is one of them. Night Owl, Matt Siren, Venge. I mean, there's literally so many that I've collaborated with that I love collaborating with artists because it pushes me further and it pushes them further. And people don't realize it, especially people who kind of newer to the scene, but I kind of introduced collaborative stickers to the scene back in 2000, 2001. People weren't doing that. People weren't collaborating with other artists on stickers. I started doing that with, people from Philly, like El Toro, Bob Lorraine, Underwater Pirates, Simple, Tiki, like all those people. And, I remember sending them stickers and be like, here's a collab. And they'd be like, what the hell's a collab? And I'd be like, just finish the other half of the sticker.
Yeah.
And it pushed them and it pushed me. And I just look back on all those, it didn't matter who the artist was. And that's the other thing too, is I've collaborated with people who have 10 followers. I've collaborated with people with, 100,000 followers. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. And I love that. To me, that is so awesome that you let the little guy in too. You let people got to grow,
Yeah. I started out as a toy, I started out as a nobody, and everybody starts out like that. That's like when I saw that them talking about, gatekeepers trying to get, on that case for pulling the one of one. I'm like, you started there too. You didn't walk out the gate knowing everything.
Yeah.
You didn't walk out the gate having, every card in your pocket. Yeah. So that's my mentality with it.
Yeah.
Well, it's perfect mentality to have. You, my friend, are a true legend. We love you. And we are absolutely fans of your art, every one of us to a T. Rock, before we go, you got to show off the golden ticket. You haven't flexed yet. Let's go.
I actually have it up, but I have it like art puttied so it doesn't fall over.
So here's a look. While he's pulling this, let me give you a quick backstory, a fun little backstory, Chris. So we were talking to Red, and Rock pulled the golden ticket, and we were dying to know who he had. We're impatient of this little group right here. Yeah. So we reached out to Red and said, if I give you the code, can you tell us who we got? And he's like, yeah, give me the code, whatever. So we were talking, and I said, has the RWK been pulled yet? And he goes, don't worry about it. And I said, what are you talking about? He goes, don't worry about it. He goes, yes. And I said, who has it? And he goes, I can't tell you. You'll find out. And as soon as he said that, I'm like, it's this guy right here, Rock and Roll. Damn it. So I was like, oh. So he waited for a week or so to get that. And then, of course, he got it. And, now he knows how much we would all have, loved those pieces.
So it
means a lot to me.
Yeah.
It's a great piece too. I'd love to have
We're
it.
glad
Thank
it's
you.
in the fam though here, so we're honored.
And I'll be honest. So the 5 by that size, I never do that size, so it made it a little bit more of a, exclusive kind of piece, because that's like literally I never do that size piece. So
That's
Don't
awesome.
give
I
him
wanted to
more
kind of
to,
add.
don't give him more to flex
Just
about.
keep
Don't
going.
do that.
Anything else you can tell me, Chris? Like, what kind of ink was this? Like,
Rock will not be able to fit out of his house tonight. Thank you.
what day of the week? What day of the week was this made?
Yeah, I give you all the insight.
Okay, I'll hit you up after. No, I was super excited. Got some great stickers with it as well. Yeah, I'm super excited. I love flexing because Ditto has a couple great one-on-ones as well.
Yeah.
So he likes to flex more than me. But we love that. I told Red about Series 3. We got to keep the golden tickets. We got to keep the one-on-ones. Like, it just makes it so much fun. And Chris, we've been getting artists on our shows, and the artists come in and they're like, I'll give you guys, if somebody pulls my creatives card live, I'll send them a one-on-one signed print if you pull my card.
So cool.
Or a custom DIY or something, and they're having a lot of fun with it.
It's catching on like
It's awesome.
wildfire. Goop Masta was in there last night. Chris or Angel once was in there. Gonga, like, they're giving away their art to people, and it's just so much fun, and we're having a blast.
It's in Red's Red's mission, as you probably well know, was to kind of bring the collector and the artist and the community kind of and bring it together, and it's really doing that. It really is, which is fantastic, because kind of to echo Rock's sentiments earlier, every one of the artists that we've been fortunate enough to talk about, or talk with rather, have on maybe our Whatnot streams, have on this, YouTube live. You all are just down to earth, unbelievably cool, talented, very talented, but just so super approachable and cool people. We love it. We love it.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
You're going to be doing something with Cardi Artist?
Yeah. Such a good dude.
He is. He's amazing.
I love, what he's doing and the cause that he's going with. It's important.
Yeah.
That's the one that we got from him. It's
Crazy.
incredible.
Nice.
And we became decent friends, and he's so amazing to me, like, very helpful, very supportive, just a great guy.
It's important. I mean, people, it's kind of funny, like, when I was in art school, all the artists that you meet, they don't act like regular people. They act like artists.
Yeah.
And so, like, me and my friend Chris Rini, that I was, we went to FIT and Hunter together, and we did these art fellowships. And we were like, we were sitting there one day, and these artists are talking, and we were just like, didn't you play wiffle ball when you were a kid? Like, it's just like, and like artists, like, and they just didn't want to admit to like the normalcy of life.
Yeah.
It was just so corny, and I'm just sitting there and like, so like when like you meet artists who kind of like to act like they didn't have a backstory, like they just kind of just became an artist. That stuff kills me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it humanizes the project of the creatives when the artists are willing, like you, to come on and spend time with us little people here, and or get in our Whatnot stream and offer to do art for their cards being pulled. It humanizes the project, and it makes it seem like, because I think a lot of times it's easy to idolize artists, and just the same way as movie stars or rock stars. But at the end of the day, we're all human. And so it's a beautiful way to bridge the gap between the common person and somebody, who has talent in a way that's showcased. And everybody has talent. It's just, in different ways. And so.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And like you said, a project like this actually brings out, especially with the DIY cards in it, it encourages people who are collecting to actually, try something, which is great.
Yeah.
What's up, Pop Couple?
Are you an artist? And I know the answer. I'm going to ask it anyway. If somebody sends you your card to sign, and they just send you a self-addressed stamp envelope, you're good at signing them and just shipping them back to them?
Oh yeah, I mean it might take a little bit, just because of, I work 9 to 5 and the art projects and everything like that, but they definitely will get it back. I mean, and they'll get back extra stuff in there. Anybody who did send me cards, especially if they had to wait a little bit, I sent them, stickers, drawings. I think some people I even sent some of the exclusive Code Red can bots. I made it up to them because they did wait.
Well, now you're going to get an influx of people sending you cards. I'm just giving
there
you
you
a
go.
heads up. It's going to
Well,
happen.
and we get that
It's all
question a
good.
lot. Like, hey, can I send my card to these people? And we're like, yeah, everyone so far has been amazing sending them back. So
As long as there's a return address, so we know where they're going, that's all that matters.
yeah,
That's a King Kong. I love that dude. He was such a nice guy when I met him at Decon.
he's
So
amazing.
good.
He's in every one of our streams. He helps us. I'm actually doing a collab with him right now, and he's just so down to earth, just a great guy.
And his work is incredible. I was talking with somebody.
Crazy.
I think it was this weekend. No, it was on Friday. I went to an art show, and his work came up, and we were just talking how incredible. Like, I just love the way he approaches a piece. It's different, which is great.
Mm-hmm. And now he's gotten to the point where he's cutting up the DIYs and doing just different, just playing around with like different
Technique. Yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah. And he, like, I talked to him when I first started doing art, and I was just like, hey, what kind of products do I need? What's the best kind of paint? And he's like, don't overthink it. Just it doesn't have to be fancy, expensive stuff, and that really stuck with me, because I think I had this idea in my head: in order to do good art, you have to have the perfect, setting, the perfect soundtrack, the perfect products. And he's like, no, just, do it from the heart, do it genuinely. That's what matters. And yeah,
it's one of my freshman year in college, when you're trying to paint on a canvas, you are intimidated, and I had this one professor. She walks up to me and she goes, "What's the matter?" I go, "I don't know. I just don't know how to paint." She just looks at me. She goes, "Canvas is just expensive paper. Who cares?" And like that just stuck with me. And I'm like, "Oh shit, she's right." And then you can paint over anything. Anything can be fixed. It's not life or death. It's art.
Yeah.
True. Very true.
Wow. What a great conversation. Anything you want to leave the chat with, or anybody who watches this back on replay? Any final parting words?
I have an unopened box of series 1 and 2. I'm willing to.
Whoa! You got all
I
art.
do have them. I gotta open them up. I just haven't had a chance. But no, I mean, thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the support. I appreciate everything. I appreciate reposts, the comments, the likes, the retweets. All that really means the world to me, and I really appreciate it from you guys. Everybody out there in the chat, everybody out there. Just showing support. It means the world.
Yeah,
we can say that absolutely the same. When we're doing our Whatnot streams and some of the artists come in, or we post something and you guys reshare it immediately and like it and comment on it, it means a lot to us too. It's kind of nice to have that connection. So thank you for all of that, and just all the great work you do, your art, and just being a great guy. Thank you, Chris. We really
thank you. It means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it, Chris. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, I'll see you at 5 Points, and we'll go with Red and get a slice and some coffee.
Yeah, come on by.
But be careful, Chris. He likes to come up behind you and break your neck. Like he did that to me, scared the crap out of me. So ditto, you're gonna have to settle down a little bit.
I'll be gentle with her. All right. Well,
all right, Chris.
Legend, Chris.
Again, thank you very much. You're an inspiration to all of us. You're our first guest, and we're gonna keep this going. We're gonna keep sharing the love. We're gonna keep sharing all the different aspects of art and designer toys and all of it. And I'm super excited that you're part of it. And we'll have you back on and give you an update on you and Red, and see your collab maybe.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Definitely.
Thank you for hanging out, Chris.
All right,
I
thank
appreciate you.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
ChrisRWK, let's
Have a good
go.
evening.
Thanks, man.
Wow.
That was amazing.
Holy moly.
I'm
So
gonna be
can we
riding on a cloud for a week.
Can we start the show over? I'm
Gotta
not
bring
sure.
it back. Come back.
That was the practice portion.
Yeah, I don't think I hit record. No, just kidding. That was amazing. He is such a down to earth, fun guy, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Unbelievable.
every single artist so far that I've met, it's just so cool. And it's so inspiring to know that there's good humans out there who, you know, who have not let fame rise to their head or who have not, you know, oh man, it just
Humble. They're all humble.
rejuvenates my soul.
And I think we're going back, and I know I'm gonna kick myself for saying it, but we owe this to Red. Like he must have, like, okay, we keep saying all the people on the card set are great, right? They've been supportive. They come onto our streams. They reply back to it, all this stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's due to some of the people that Red are picking to be in this card set.
Absolutely.
100%.
Because I mean, you heard him talk about how the artists that are in the gallery, you know, the typical gallery setting can be a little stuffy. And so obviously not every artist is as down to earth as these people are, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got some good stuff coming, guys.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat, if you guys could do us a huge favor though, and at least let the people know that you can watch this on replay. We're going to continue doing it. We're going to just keep it growing. I can see this taking off. Like, we've already got people lined up and that are excited to come on.
yeah.
If you guys knew some of the people that said that yes, they would want to be on, it's going to blow away some people. So I want to keep filling the room every Wednesday that we do this. Ditto, you want to, or E, maybe somebody talk about where we're going with this? I don't want to take over the mic, but
No, I mean, yeah, like you were saying, we have a lot of people planned to come on. I know on the 7th we have Smile World planned, Jonathan from Smile World, which is I know for me personally was a big inspiration. Like he introduced me to the designer side of things, because back I only collect Funko, and you know, he used to be a big streamer on Whatnot, and then I started seeing all the stuff that he's doing, and it's so I think that's going to be fun. I mean,
He was on every Thursday?
Every Thursday.
I remember he used to be like, this is before I got on Whatnot, and he would always like disappear into the office, and he'd be like, it's Thursday night. Or it'd be, so Monday was always Parker, right?
Yeah.
Monthly Pops was always on Monday.
Yep.
And then, you know, and then Tuesday usually would rotate between Grouper and
me every Tuesday forever. But
One
no, you guys.
No, but I'm talking about in the designer toy.
Yeah, no, I know.
But yes. And so, and then, you know, and then Thursday was Smite. And then we kept getting these boxes in our entryway.
Always whistle.
Love you, Chris.
Cheers, guys. We
Appreciate you,
cheers.
Chris.
Every super chat we get, we give cheers.
Love you,
So
buddy.
cheers. Thank you, Chris.
My Jameson's gone.
James.
I had to bust out the JMO today. I was nervous about talking to ChrisRWK, y'all. That was nerve wracking, but in the best way possible.
But the same thing. He makes it so easy. Like,
Yeah.
he's one of us. He's a normal person. Like Red said in the chat, he's just human. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
New pregame ritual B, because I know you love it. I'll make everyone green tee shots. That'll be fantastic.
Let's not relive those days.
Why not? It was great.
It was great while it lasted.
I will say that we are going to do this for now. It might grow, but for right now, we're going to do the first and third Wednesday of every month live.
Mm-hmm.
June 7th is the next time we come back. That'll be the first Wednesday of June, as E and B said, with Jonathan from Smile World. And then a lot of great guests lined up, and they will be announced on our social platforms. So if you're not following us all respectively on social, you got Rock and Row, which is Rock Inc. Toys, at Rock Inc. Toys. Is that right, Rock?
That's it. Right? Rocking Toys. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Ditto _ Pop over on IG, and then E _ Saldana and B Saldana with no underscore.
87. I gotta fix that.
Oh, okay, 87. Sorry, I forgot.
And
B Saldana was already taken. But
we're working on doing the Instagram page, so you guys will see that eventually as well.
But we are going to blast it and share it with y'all, and we really appreciate. Smash the like buttons, guys. It helps that algorithm. Please, please, please. If you're not subscribing, subscribe. We will have a new link we'll be sending out sometime in the near future. More info to come on that.
Yes.
But definitely smash the like button, and we really appreciate everyone's kind of participation, especially in this.
Can we talk real quick about what's coming up? Because I feel like tomorrow might be a big day. What would tomorrow be? Tomorrow might be
Thursday.
Birthday.
Thursday.
Whose birthday is to you? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ditto. Happy birthday
so
to you.
It's actually your birthday though. It's the day, right?
It is the day. Tomorrow is the day. So I'll kick it off. I guess we'll go around the room and say what we got coming up, because we do have a lot of. This wasn't it. This was like this last 10 days for me has been like walking on a cloud. I got Tuesday night last week. I got to collab with one of my favorite people on the planet, Christopher Savage, and I got to run an entire master cases of creatives, and we got a beautiful Mumbot 1-of-1 in somebody's hands.
He put you to work.
That was wild.
And we had a lot of fun. And a small part, we played a small part in helping get Series 2 to the finish line. And now that Series 3 kind of engine started. Thank you, Tammy Abu. I appreciate that. So that was fun. And then, we've just had amazing things lined up. So tomorrow I do have my birthday stream over on Whatnot. And I have 2 incredible guests coming on with me. I've got Philip with 1 L, who creates these amazing new resin owl figures called Wise, WYZE.
Hold on, I gotta flex mine too. Hold on.
Okay, we can all flex the Wise. Rock, you're gonna have to get one tomorrow.
I
so
need
you can
one.
Flex it as all.
I need one.
Mine has stars.
I want the clear one.
It's
And he
so
was
pretty.
this guy right here, this one.
Yep, that's what I want.
So he was nice enough to wind up doing a first release for my stream tomorrow. We are going to get 3 figures into people's hands tomorrow night. We're going to auction off 2 of them, and I'm buying one to give away to
me? Thank you.
Well, maybe we'll see. Got to hit that enter button tomorrow. But we're firm believers in making sure that these artists, get compensated for their art. They are hardworking. They are incredibly talented and need this recognition and need to be kind of compensated for all of what they're providing out into the world, which is just love.
Amen.
So
amen. Tomorrow.
Thank you. I'll get my preacher hat on. And then anyway, so
I like how Ditto's just casually ignoring Red Guardian's comments.
What did he say?
About the ketchup with hot dogs. I mean, I know you saw it.
You're gonna eat a hot dog with ketchup.
I'm just, anyway, I have nothing more to say about ketchup and hot dogs, people. So Philip will be on first tomorrow. So I'm coming on at 9 p.m. Eastern with Philip. We're going to do 3 of his Wise characters, talk a little bit about the background of that character. He's going to also show off his graded creatives cards. So he was one of the first people to get the cards graded, and he has them back. We'll talk a little bit about that. And then after Philip, I'm bringing on Angel Once. Angel Once.
He's raising his hand.
Here.
I love it. Angel is a real one, man. He is unbelievable. They all are, but I can tell you, Angel has just been coming into our streams, having a lot of fun. He's been on the hunt for his number 10 card, which is his foil in Series 2.
Found it, thanks to
he
Boo.
Finally, thanks to Boo yesterday, got it. But I'm
5
sure
boxes later. 5 boxes total. We've opened.
My guess is he's probably going to want another one tomorrow, though. So we'll have a lot of fun with that. And he's got 12 exclusive Ditto Pop only stream DIYs he did. Literally, I talked to him the other day. I couldn't even believe my jaw dropped to the floor when he told me this. He goes, yeah, man. He goes, I did 12 custom DIYs exclusively for your show. And if the ones that don't sell, I'll tear them up, throw them in the garbage. I'm like, dude,
so dope.
I'm like, unbelible. But Angel, don't you worry. Every one of those things is selling.
It'll sell.
1,000%. Anyway, so Angel's got some incredible stuff. He shipped me some stuff. I'll show you just one teaser.
And guys, remember. Let me interrupt. let me interrupt,
Shut
Ditto.
up.
Everything that gets made that Angel sells tomorrow night, he gets all the money. Same with Philip. All the money goes right back to the
100%.
artist. So
100%. So yes, you know, like I said, for Philip, we're going to be auctioning off 2 of his Wise characters. I'm buying one from him to give away, and
I'll fight you, Tim. Don't you buy all this?
She will.
every dime goes back to Philip, and same thing with Angel. Anything that we auction off or run, every dime is going to go back to him. But we're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to rip some creatives boxes with Angel on. And you never know, with all the artists that come in the room, there could be all kinds of fun.
bounties.
So please join me. That's really what I've got coming up. And then I am looking forward to something that E&B got coming up Saturday, because it keeps my week entertaining as well. So E&B, what do you guys got coming up?
So, you know, we do our shows every Saturday. This week we have Prime coming onto the show, which is going to be
Prime.
crazy.
Yep.
Prime.
I
that's gonna be-
messaged him like on a whim. I was like, I'm just gonna message him because I remember somebody in the chat said, we asked, who do you want to see on the show? And somebody said Prime. And every time new collectors are coming into the creatives, that's one of the cards that they see pulled or something, and they're like, whoa, who's that?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna reach out to him. So I'm like, hi, yes, I was interested, you know, like my best white girl voice, like real Harvard, you know, like I'm gonna pitch my
Excuse me, sir.
and I didn't think he'd give me the time of the day. And then he responded, and then I was like, babe, guess what? Guess who's coming on our show? It's Prime. And he's like, what?
She runs everything through me. She's like, when you know, she thinks out loud. So usually when she's thinking about doing something, she tells me. But this time she just did it, and then she was like, guess what we're doing Saturday? What?
And then he's like, I have a family fishing trip. And I'm like, not anymore, you don't. Not anymore, you don't.
Canceled.
Nope, canceled.
Put that tackle box back in the garage. You're sticking home.
Oh, nobody's in here. Right?
Yeah.
Family.
So same. Yeah. So we will have some preview videos coming out for Prime.
Can't wait.
And
That's gonna be crazy.
yeah, we're hoping to do the same thing. All the money obviously raised goes to him. I haven't talked to him the details yet as far as what else is going to be available. But I know that it's going to be a great show, and we're super pumped about it.
Can't wait. It's going to be dope. So dope.
Oh, and before Rock goes, real quick, I do have a special announcement tomorrow too. These guys all know what it is, but I've got a special guest that, let's just say, everybody will be happy to hear about coming up in the very, very near future.
Especially Ditto.
Oh yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
Especially Ditto.
Y'all
Not
know.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right.
No, but I'm gonna announce it tomorrow in my stream. Yeah.
Yes. And then it was really fun last night to get to hang out in Rock's stream, because he brought on Fixed Temple Toys, who was such a cool dude. I was like, oh my God, look at his hair. I love his hair.
I'm growing my hair out now.
Yeah.
Me too.
He messaged me, guys. Thank you for bringing that up, because he messaged me like 3 times after the show, and then this morning again, thanking me again. He loved it. He had so much fun. Had no clue about what Whatnot was about, and all the different artists that came in the room. We got Rux One coming in. We got Ganga. We got Goop Mas that came in for the first time.
Oh, it's wild. Yeah, I want to party with him.
And guys, I will say this now. Because this is how excited he is. He is 100% going to be on the show. 100%. He's super excited. So I will say that right now, because he's pumped. So
he was in the chat. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. He was so happy. Like, it was. I love it, man.
Whatnot brings out the best in people, I swear.
It was so much fun. And I'm going on Friday night to run a couple boxes, just probably real quick, but we'll see how many artists we come in for that, and have some more bounties. It's just a lot of fun just hanging out.
So Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yep.
Sunday.
So bookmark all the show.
Sunday.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I have the update on the minis, on the designer minis. It's getting really close. So pretty much just waiting on the 3 collabs to come back. Cardi Artist, Angel Onse, and Ganga, 3 artists that collabed with my minis. I've seen pictures of all 3 of theirs that they've started. It's gonna be amazing. So,
I will say I got a one little tiny sneak preview, and guys, it's unbelievable.
It's kind of cool.
It's the one that we saw. Oh yeah.
It's kind of weird. You see your piece, right? And B, I can't wait till you collab with somebody. like I know I want to send you one of my full-size figures and let you just go at it. It is such a cool feeling to see somebody else do something on your item. It's just like, it's crazy. It's really weird. But
Y'all want to see something? Speaking of collab,
yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh.
look what E got me for Mother's Day. It just came in today.
Wow.
Do you guys know who this is? I don't know if you can see it. The light doesn't really do it justice.
I'm not going to spoil it because E already showed it to me
Yeah,
earlier. I know who it is.
It is Kendra's Customs.
Oh, nice.
It's a 101.
He got it from Sauce Drop, and it is so pretty.
I was about to say, where's Dondo at? There he is.
I know.
Dondo had it in his cart.
Yes.
He almost bought it.
And you can tell, like, I mean, it's still like, so Texas is hot, y'all. Like, it was almost 90 degrees today, so it's sticky right now because it's like legit hand painted 100%. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. I wish this camera would even pick it up. It's
Hey, Rux, it was really cool to see you in the chat, man. It was cool to have you there with the Rock Show.
Yeah, and if you just want to come out tomorrow night, we'll have a blast again. Just rip a couple boxes. It won't be a long show, but it should be fun. So the minis are coming out real soon. Ditto and EMB will have a case to run.
huge thanks for that, Rob.
Yeah, no, we got to get these in as many people's hands as we can. I wish I could make more than I do, but I can't wait. I'm super excited
Well, it
about
sounds like
this.
you need to get really busy making designer toys because it sounds like there's a lull in the production of designer toys. And so I'm going to need you to figure out how to get like a factory for vinyl so that we can like get this rolling.
Well, maybe we'll just buy a factory and then get it going.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Bring the employees here and have the factory here. I don't know.
See the way my banking, my savings and my checking set up.
Yeah, I have two.
I can honestly say, you know, we've as we've, you know, collabed with Rock over the past couple of months. There's not a day, a night, you know, middle of the night that we're not talking to Rock where he's just painting away.
Yep.
He's just painting away and he's putting on the primer and he's doing, I mean, always constantly at work on these things. And guys,
Bob Ross.
I know series 1 was unbelievable, but wait till you see series 2. It is freaking
You stepped up
amazing.
your game, Rock.
Well, and guess what? Like, I'm already working on series 3 collabs. So
yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
So when's your target date? Do we have a tentative date on those?
It depends when I could actually technically start building boxes now, but I don't have the one-on-ones and I want to put those in. I had to get Stan done, and now I'm pretty much all series 2 now. That's going to be my only thing. So should be very soon.
You can't rush good art, Ditto. Yeah, patience is a virtue.
Yeah, well, I don't have any patience.
And these, you know, some of these aren't, you know, like they're okay. So I was gonna do the AP case where they're all the hand painted individual ones, like detailed out. What I'm gonna do with those is I'm gonna insert them in the boxes, so they'll be one-of-ones in the cases throughout. So
that's cool.
Instead of doing a separate case, I'll just put them in the boxes. So super excited about that. And there was something else I wanted to shout out, but now I'm drawing a blank. Be on the lookout for some more videos coming up, more review videos. I've been in a lull with the 2 stuff going on. Like, there's so much stuff going on. So be ready for more designer toy videos.
I saw you got 1 million views.
Yeah, 1 million views, 10,000 subscribers in the same week. So thank all of you guys. You guys did that. So more to come. We are going to do some live unboxings. Just pop up and do a live on me, B, E, whatever, whoever wants to join. We may even get some people joining in and want to rip some jankies or something. And we'll just go live on YouTube so people can go back and watch it. So now that we have this platform, we're going to use it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm super excited.
And we'd appreciate it if you share it with, you know, because this is the designer community right here, you know. So, like, share it, get people in here so that we can keep getting these artist names out and, you know, keep getting this stuff sold. It's really cool to be able to like say like I bought a 101 off this website, you know, or because like with that one I saw Sauce Drop said sold out and I was like, son of a, I wanted that, and then I didn't know he bought it for me. So like, you know, just being able to support these artists is really cool.
Yeah, we're gonna party tomorrow night.
The next time we come back together as DT4, we will be in June. So obviously a lot to happen between now and June. Obviously Memorial Day weekend, and probably the Jankies will be in hand, I would imagine, before the next time we come back. Likely, anyway. Certainly right around that time, and then of course some great guests lining up. So keep your ears
Good night, Dan.
to the ground here. Good night, guys, and thanks for everybody who's hopping out that joined us.
And check out our Instagrams, because we'll be posting hints and updates of what's going on, where we're at, what we're going to be doing. We'll be doing a lot of pop-up stuff too. So
And if you guys have suggestions on people that you want us to talk to, if you have any connects with people, we'd love to hear your advice. So please, this is, obviously we're on the camera, but this is all of our channels. So we want you guys to have the input in the chat. We want you guys to be able to watch what you want to watch. So please hit us up. We're all approachable. We are all here for each other. So that's what community is about. So
absolutely.
100%.
Amen. B.
Looks like Dondo purchased I think it's a 101 Angel Onse's Mad Can.
Is it the Galaxy looking one?
No, it's the one that's like a Charlie.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I will say this. I picked up today Angel's DIY, his blank Charlie. I'm going to send it to him. So we're going to do something cool on it. Do you have one, Ditto?
Nice.
Well, no, but I'm just showing off a couple of the pieces that Angel sent me
Is that the Jawbreaker one?
today in the mail. I got a couple of special packages today from Angel in the mail. It's going to be a little hard to probably show the color, but I'll show them off tomorrow on the stream.
Gonga, we would love to get Rux on stream. I know
we will get Rux on. Yes,
we're gonna work something out.
Rux, what time is it for you? Is he out? Did he?
It's middle of the night there, middle of, because I have a
drag him out of bed. Let's go, Rux.
I have an Australian Funko person that comes on our Thursday night lives, and it's like middle of the night or something. I think I could be wrong.
12:40 p.m. Okay, yeah. So it's a good. It would be an okay time for you, right? Like to come on and chat. We'll hit you up.
Oh, so it is. Yeah, it's lunchtime there. Okay, so it is opposite then. Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, that's anybody else? Do we have anything else you want to throw out? Good.
Oh, man, I got to go get ready for tomorrow.
He's got a pregame. He's pregaming already.
You need to rest up. Rest up.
I'm gonna go virtually hug Angel until tomorrow's show. And Philip. I'm gonna get them both in just like a vice grip, like lock. I love you guys.
So
don't
guys,
let him choke you, Angel.
we will see all of you guys real soon on Whatnot. Again, tomorrow night on Dittos, Fridays on mine, Saturdays on EMB. We'll be around. So guys, thank you again, ChrisRWK. Thank you again for hanging out. We'll be back on the 7th with another great guest. Smai will be here. But guys, that's all we got for tonight. Everybody be safe.
Good night.
Stay happy. And gosh darn it, guys, be nice to each other.
That's right.
And we'll see you on the next one. Good night, everybody.